Good day and welcome to the UTMB School of Nursing. I'd like to formally congratulate you on your decision to attain your degree here with the University of Texas Medical Branch School of Nursing. My name is John Michael Leger. I am a Doctor of Graduate Studies here at the university, and I'm here to tell you about the CORE program. The CORE program was developed in 2016 for incoming graduate students who needed to understand a little bit more about the preparation for online learning and everything that comes along with that. So I'm going to tell you about the CORE program. So a little bit about online learning. First, what are some of the benefits of attending an online learning program? Well, first of all, brick and mortar learning is a thing of the past. And if nothing else, many of you, if not all of you, have seen this based on what has recently happened with the COVID-19 pandemic, when not only did higher education, but also K through 12 needed to transition quickly into an online learning format in order for students to continue with their education. So online learning has been going on for many, many years, but we've really seen a shift in the last couple of years and especially in the last couple of months. The other thing about online learning is that it provides for flexibility. For those of you who are at the graduate level, the majority of you are working, you are going to school part-time, you are attempting to earn the next level of education with your degree. And so you require the flexibility that's necessary, that you're not needing to take full days off to attend classes on campus. You want some flexibility with asynchronous learning. As an adult learner, you're going to learn and understand that you are responsible for your education. And faculty will assist you with that knowledge, but we're not going to teach you as the rote learning pedagogy has been done in years past. Then there's a work-life school balance. It is very important for many of us with families to be able to balance the demands that work, school, and family place upon us. All of them are important to us, or else we wouldn't be here in this orientation. And then the cost. The cost of attending an online university is actually overall less expensive. And while you may still pay the same tuition and fees, you have to think about the wear and tear on your vehicle. You have to think about your time and what your time is worth and what that means to you when you're able to take a class or review a lecture at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning versus spending an hour to an hour and a half in traffic driving to campus to do a live lecture. And of course, things that happen, such as pandemics. When that occurred a couple of months ago, many people recognized the importance and the value of an online learning program. So, as with anything, there are some drawbacks to attending an online learning program. And there's much research that has gone into this dating back to the 90s. But basically, it gets to four root concerns of students in particularly in graduate online programs. The first is technical support. That has to do with the computer support that's available, the software support that's available, and those types of things. The degree of self-learning. Again, most of us were in the rote pedagogy where we were responsible for someone giving us the information and then we regurgitated it to them in some shape, form, or fashion, be it writing an essay or be it taking a multiple choice or a true-false exam. There is a lot more self-learning that is required in online learning programs. There's a lack of personal interactions. If you are a social butterfly, you will not have the opportunity to spend time in halls before and after class visiting and socializing. That's not to say that there is no social activities with online learning. It's just a completely different concept, and we are going to show you how that plays into this at UTMB. And then finally, time management skills, where we all think that we're probably, for the most part, good managers of our time. Many people who are introduced to online learning realize rather quickly that online learning requires a completely different set of attributes when it comes to time management skills. So why did we develop the core program here at UTMB School of Nursing? Well, when I first started as faculty several years ago, I recognized that students seemed to struggle during the first 3 to 4 weeks of class, and the majority of that was understanding the technology. Where do I go to log into my class? Where do I go to find my syllabus, my calendar? How do I participate in the discussion board? How do I submit a voice thread? How do I look up an article? All of those things were necessary, and I realized that the students struggled during those first 3 to 4 weeks, which are so very important in establishing that foundation for what's going to be the rest of the term in the graduate study program. And so what we did was we designed the core program around those 4 key areas that graduate students have said give them problems with online learning. And so the first one is technology, and the second is resources, the third is being prepared, and the fourth is socialization. And so the core program, core by the way stands for Collaborative Online Orientation for Retention Excellence, because you know in nursing we have to have acronyms for everything. We break the core program down into 4 weeks, and during those 4 weeks we focus on each of these key areas by providing you, the students, with access to a virtual simulated classroom so that you are able to demonstrate that you have the knowledge and the wherewithal to actually function in an online class prior to actually beginning your live coursework. So the core program is 4 weeks long. Students average anywhere from 4 to 6 hours a week participating in the core program. Week 4 actually requires less time, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but week 1 focuses on the technology, and what we look at is course competency. There is a skills check which actually helps you, the student, do basically a self-assessment of how comfortable you are with using the computer and how comfortable you are with a learning management system online. Many of you students who are of a younger generation are well aware of how to use a learning management system and what's online. But we're going to provide you with additional information that is specific to UTMB School of Nursing, that is specific to UTMB University. But there are students who graduated 15, 20, maybe even more years ago where we were still attending classes face-to-face, and so this online classwork is new to us, and this online technology in particular is new to us. But what we're going to do is we're going to simulate a class so that you're able to use the technology that's provided for you so that you get a handle on it before you actually begin your coursework. Week 2 is about library resources, and I can tell you there's probably not a class that you're going to take that you're not going to have to write at least one paper. And so we have higher expectations of graduate students in the product of their writing. And so that includes how to research using online resources such as the UTMB Moody Medical Library. How do you approach a subject search for source material? How do you actually go to the online library and do an exercise on research and search for articles to support your writings? What about APA? Oh my gosh, APA formatting is a nightmare. It is still troublesome for me. I've been doing this for a long time, and I can tell you that I still keep my APA manual on my desk anytime that I am writing or doing a presentation. Week 3 is about tools for success, and our academic advisor, Casey Woods-Chin, is going to help you prepare. What she is going to do is there are going to be several self-assessments where you can actually identify opportunities for improvement to prepare before you get in neck deep. One of the worst things that we see is students take their first or their second or their third exam, and then they start looking for help, and by then it's too late. And what Casey does is she teaches you about time management skills. She teaches you about study tips, how you're going to study different at the graduate level than you did at the undergraduate level or even at the high school level. And then she's going to provide you with numerous resources, because we are all here to help you succeed. That is our common goal, is to graduate you on time, to be competent, to be knowledgeable, and just to demonstrate what you've learned. And finally, week 4 is about learning teams. This is really more about collaboration. This is more about learning the socialization aspect of an online cohort and an online program. At this point, we actually introduce you new students to some of your course coordinators, and we also introduce you to current and recently passed students, because who better to tell you what you're going to need to know than those who have lived it or are currently living it. What is it that is required to be successful as a nurse practitioner student? What is required of you to be successful as a nurse educator student? And so what we do is we actually identify those students who we have recognized as truly outstanding, and we match them with you, and they answer your questions. It is monitored by a School of Nursing facilitator, but those individuals are considered our subject matter experts, and what we do is we want you to have the opportunity to ask them the questions, how they were successful, what to look for, what to do to be successful, and how to continue on that path toward a timely graduation. And that's pretty much it. That is the core program. This is my email address if you have any specific questions. What will occur is that you're going to receive a link in your UTMB email that is going to ask you, if you choose to register for the program, you will complete that link. Once you complete that link, we will upload all of those into the Blackboard course, and then you will be notified of the dates of the core program, and it is 4 weeks in length. Not everyone completes it, and that's okay. However, for those who do complete, there is a certificate of completion at the end, and we highly recommend that you incorporate that into your curriculum, your CV and your resume, because it's very important for others to see, especially when you are looking at scholarships, when you are looking at stewardship, when you are looking at service awards, when you're looking at jobs. That this is a recognition of your hard work and your dedication to your continuing education. And so you will receive this link, you will register, and then at 8 o'clock in the morning on the first day of the core program, you will have access to the Blackboard course. There is a pre-assessment that you will complete. Once you complete that pre-assessment, the class will open. You'll be able to go through. You'll have access to everything, including the discussion board and any of the tools that are within the Blackboard course. At the end of each module, there is a brief module survey, and that helps us to update those modules based on student feedback every year. And we go through, we take it very seriously, and we make updates and changes based on your feedback. So there will be 4 of those, and then at the end of that module 4, there will be a post-assessment to see if any of your attitudes about online learning has changed since you've started the program, since you started the core program. So again, my name is Dr. Michael Leger. My email address is listed here. Please, if you have any questions about the core program, do not hesitate to email me. And as your facilitator of the program, I look forward to seeing all of you in just a few weeks. Take care and congratulations.